Chat, for about 19 episodes. We are on episode 19. We have been solving Ace Attorney cases left and right, just kicking ass, okay? Finding the contradictions, uncovering the truth. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm pretty sure there's something I'm supposed to be remembering about what's going on here, okay? Yes, Your Honor. There probably is. I'm a little upset, okay? Because Edgeworth is easily one of my favorite characters in the series. You know, obviously they're all my favorite. I mean, Phoenix Wright is just that guy. He's on that business. You know, Maya is absolutely hilarious. Mia is a bad bitch. And Larry is also very funny and brings a lot of charm to the series. Detective Gumshoe is just a great guy. You know, the judge is just such a such a character. I like the judge a lot. And this son of a bitch, Von Karma, is coming after our boy Edgeworth, part of the squad. And I don't think I've been taking it as seriously. You noticed in the last couple episodes, I have been floundering. So we need to step up our fucking game, bro. Let's get into it.
Nick, are you sure about this?
Not really, but I think if I start at the very beginning, and I take it slow, I might be able to figure this out. Let's take it real slow. That night, the caretaker of the boat shop called Robert Hammond to his shop. Why you look... I mean, I guess there's a gun pointed at him. This was around 11:50. That was when the gunshot that Larry heard was fired. After that, the caretaker put on Robert Hammond's coat. He became Robert Hammond. Then he got in the boat with Edgeworth and went out to the middle of the lake.
Then who fired the pistol on the boat, Mr. Wright?
Of course, it was the murderer who shot the pistol. He shot twice. Both missed Edgeworth on purpose.
Wait a minute!
Yes?
Why would he shoot twice if he didn't mean to hit anyone?
Details.
Know this, Mr. Wright. The moment you run out of explanations is the moment you lose. Tell us why the murderer had to fire twice.
Oh, to create a witness. I believe he shot twice to create a witness, Your Honor.
Create a witness?
The murderer lifts his pistol and fires one shot. That ensures that anyone who heard the shot would look at the lake. Indeed, Miss Hart did exactly that after hearing the first gunshot. Next, the murderer waits a bit and he fires again. Then... the murderer jumps from the boat himself, leaving the pistol in the boat behind him.
I see! To someone looking from the edge of the lake, it would appear that one of the men in the boat had shot the other.
The murderer didn't know about the automatic camera, of course. That's why he shot twice to draw the attention to the boat. Once you realize that, everything else falls into place. The boat shop caretaker swam back to his shop, then he put Mr. Hammond's wet coat back in the body, and threw the body into the lake. This is what happened, Your Honor. These are the events that transpired that night on Gourd Lake.
Bailiff! Bring out the witness from before! The boat shop caretaker, quickly! Very well. While we are waiting for the caretaker, I would like to ask the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, a few questions. Mr. Edgeworth, please take the stand.
Dog.
Mr. Edgeworth, you heard what the defense has said?
Yes.
Well, why did you go to the lake that night?
What Ryder said was mostly correct. Astonishingly so, actually. Yes, several days ago I received a letter. The letter was signed Robert Hammond. He asked me to come to the boat shop by the lake at midnight on Christmas Eve. He said he had something very important to discuss with me.
Something important?
I'm sorry, I can't say what it was.
Your Honor, sir.
Your Honor, sir.
Bailiff, we're conducting a trial here. I ask you remain quiet.
The witness has disappeared. He isn't at the boat shop either.
What?
What should I do?
Find him, quickly! We cannot allow him to get away.
Yeah, why he's standing so perfectly, dog. That's crazy, though. The fucking dudes ran away.
Mr. Von Karma, your witness has disappeared.
A search warrant has already been issued.
It goes without saying I cannot declare a verdict under these circumstances. I will extend the trial until tomorrow, the final day allowed. I request that the police department utilize all its forces to find that witness. Am I understood? One more thing. Just who is that boot shop caretaker? I think his identity has become very important to this trial. I want him, and I want to know who he is. Very well, court is adjourned.
We did it. We figured out exactly what happened. The guy is running away. They gotta get him. And all we gotta do is just, get him to admit it. Gotta catch him, just like every other trial.
Yay, Nick, you did it!
Yeah. Well, at least we got out from under that guilty verdict.
And what about Larry? That was something else. Even Von Karma didn't know what to do with his testimony. Larry really helped us out.
Sure, once I sifted through his unique testimony. Still, he did save us. I just wish our cases weren't so down to the wire all the time.
I know what you mean. Sometimes I feel like it's us on trial instead of our clients.
Hey, Edgeworth.
Mr. Edgeworth,
Did you say something?
don't look so pained. I mean, it looks like you're probably gonna get off the hook. You can try to smile a little, relax.
I'm sorry, but I fear it's not over for me yet.
What do you mean?
Right. There's something that's been troubling me for a long time now, and I don't know whether or not to tell you.
Edgeworth?
No, there's so little time left. I want to tell you, to get it off my chest, but I can't make up my mind.
What's this about, Edgeworth?
It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime that I commit.
A crime you committed?
A memory of a murder.
Dog. Wait, what do you mean to be continued? Wait! Hold on, something's going crazy. I thought we were in the clear. December 27th, it's 2 o'clock.
What was Mr. Edgeworth talking about?
A memory of a crime that I committed. A memory of a murder.
Do you really think Mr. Edgeworth killed?
I don't believe it, not Edgeworth. Some painful memory's been troubling him recently. But he'd never take someone's life, never.
Nick!
Yo, how's everyone doing? What do you think of my performance today? I am swooning in the aisles, huh, Maya?
Swooning? Me? Oh yes, I do remember that.
Right on. Tell me the truth. Was it like love at first sight, right? Right, Nick? Me? Maybe my heart skipped a beat or two. I think you can do better than that. Come on, I saved Edgeworth in there, dude. Edgy. You guys should be bowing for me. Yeah, bow before your hero. Larry, you really helped out in the trial today.
You did. If you weren't there, Larry, I'm sure Mr. Edgeworth would have been found guilty.
But seriously, Nick, that boat shop caretaker guy's pretty suspicious. But Edgy ain't off the hook yet.
Way to spoil the mood, Larry.
Hey, I'm just the guy sitting in the audience, you know? But from where I was sitting, Edgy seemed pretty edgy. I mean, can you really know he's telling the truth about that night?
Nick?
I don't know. But what I do know is I'm gonna believe in you two until the end. Us two?
Edgeworth and who else? You mean me, right?
Nah, he means me, right, Nick? Yeah, you, Larry.
Not me.
But why you, Larry? Huh? Actually, yeah, why me, Nick?
Enough with the silent treatment.
That's crazy. You don't really believe in Maya.
Nick, why do you trust Mr. Edgeworth so much? I mean, he's changed recently, true. But when we first met him, he was kind of a jerk, don't you think?
You didn't know him back then. Back when he wanted to become a defense attorney.
Wait, was that when you two were classmates?
Yes, in grade school. They saved me, Miles and Larry. They saved me and I'll never forget it. This is some of the dorkiest shit in the whole game. I like this game a lot and it's a cute story, but he makes it seem like he was like hanging off the edge of a building and they picked him up, and I'm gonna let this shit play out.
What? Hey, Larry, what's he talking about?
Sorry, I kind of forgot.
Okay, Nick, out with it. I'm gonna hear this story today, and that's final.
Okay, it's kind of a long story, so hang in there. Yeah, this is crazy, bro. It's a crazy story. you're imagining like some like crazy shit. Just watch. It was the end of 3rd grade. I was on trial, a class trial.
A class trial?
You remember Larry? Spring, end of 3rd grade? A kid in our class got his lunch money stolen.
Lunch money?
Our school was really small. Every month, kids would bring in an envelope with money for lunch from home.
Huh, I see.
Anyway, this kid's envelope disappeared, with $38 inside.
Oh, yeah, now that you mention it, I do remember that.
I can see why you forget, though. You were out of school that day. Anyway, the envelope had been stolen during PE class. I was coming down with a cold, so I'd skip PE that day. I was the only one not in class.
So, they thought you did it?
Yeah, the kids in class said I should be put on trial.
Trial?
So the next day, we held a classroom trial with me as the defendant.
I didn't do it!
Guilty, guilty, he did it! Give the money back! You're such a meanie! No one play with him! Just admit you did it! You can't hide the truth! Tell us the truth! We're not gonna play with you anymore! Yeah, no borrowing my eraser! He shouldn't be allowed in the relay race or the library committee! Give me back the 50 cents I loaned you!
Now, Phoenix, you know you shouldn't steal people's money. It's not right.
In the end, even the teacher thought I'd done it.
Go over and apologize, Phoenix.
Wait, I thought he was about to start crying. I didn't know what was happening. I was so sad I couldn't stop crying. Everyone was staring at me like I'd done it. I tried to apologize. I went to where the boy whose money had been stolen was sitting. That's when it happened.
Objection! He shouldn't have to apologize. The only thing that belongs in a trial is evidence. Anything else has no place. You should all be ashamed, amateurs.
Miles?
Yo, it's him.
It wasn't you who stole my money, was it? No! Then you shouldn't apologize. Everyone's been shouting you did it, but no one has any proof. That's why, Your Honor, this boy is innocent.
But Miles, it was your money that was stolen.
Yeah, he did it. He's the one. We don't need proof.
Why don't you all just shut up? This is how it always is. Everyone's ganging up and picking on one person. Just think how he feels. He said he didn't do it, so he didn't do it.
Very well, I will replace the money myself. This class trial is over.
You see how stupid that was?
When I was 9 years old, I was accused of stealing $38. And he said that I didn't take the $38. He saved me. Him and Larry, my best friends, they said I didn't, and I didn't get in trouble. That's why I changed my entire trajectory of my life and changed my whole career plans. And I will put my life on the line to defend him in court. Because he said I didn't steal $38 in 3rd grade. It's that important to me.
It's so dumb. After that, the 3 of us were the best of friends. She's crying, too.
Wow, I had no idea. Yeah, I had no idea either. I mean, I forgot.
That's when I learned what it meant to be alone. Totally alone, without a friend in the world.
You did a good thing, Larry.
Oh, yeah, well, I was just lucky I took the day off from school. If I'd been there, they would have thought I'd done it. So I kind of took it personally, see? Something smells is usually the butts.
Anyway, Edgeworth
and I talked after that class trial. That's when I heard his father was a defense attorney. I remember his eyes would shine when he talked about his father.
I'm going to become a defense attorney, just like my father. A famous defense attorney.
Then a few months later, he suddenly transferred to another school.
At the L6 incident.
Right. I'm not sure, but the transfer probably had to do with his father's death.
That's so sad.
It was several years later when I heard Edgeworth's name again. There was an article about him in the newspaper. The headline was something like, "Dark Suspicions of a Demon Attorney." Fabricating evidence, manipulating testimonies, covering up facts. The article said he'd do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. But why? What happened? I mean, this is not the Edgy I used to know at all. That's what I thought, too. I tried to get in touch with him, I don't know how many times. He never replied.
I guess he didn't want to see his old friends.
I couldn't just drop it, though. I wanted to meet him, to learn why he'd become who he became. That's when I decided.
Wait, you don't mean... That's why... That's why you became a defense attorney? To meet Edgeworth?
If I was a defense attorney, I knew he'd have to meet me whether he wanted to or not. In court. Edgeworth believed in me, and I believe in him. He's in pain, and no one's on his side. I'm the only one who knows the real Edgeworth. I'm the only one who can help him.
Whoa, Nick. So is that why you helped me out for free?
Yeah. I helped you because I believed in you. Except I don't remember saying I'd do it for free.
Oh, Nick. Nick, we have to save Mr. Edgeworth if it's the last thing we do, okay?
Right, it very well may be.
First is that rental shop caretaker. We need to find out who or what he is.
I'd settle for who. Guess I can clean out some of the evidence I no longer need. Okay, let's go. That's what I'm talking about, bro. That is what I'm talking about. We need to save our boy Edgeworth. 15 minutes of expedition just to say what I said at the start of the episode.
Hey, pal, long time no see.
Oh, Detective Gumshoe.
Close one today, eh, pal? I got so worked up, I snapped my tie in half.
Sorry about that.
No problem, pal. Thanks to you, now we know who really did it.
You mean the boat shop caretaker?
Look, I'll make you a promise. I'll have that scoundrel in my custody by trial time tomorrow. Come what may, it's my duty to you as a police officer. I'm off to catch me a criminal.
Detective Gumshoe sure is active today.
Oh, one other thing. No one can go into the woods today.
The woods?
Where Lotto was camping?
The woods are off limits to camping, and apparently the park ranger found out. He got pretty mad. No one can go in for a while.
I guess Lotta's in a lot of trouble.
Anyway, I'll be seeing you tomorrow.
They're really like, clearing out evidence, fucking not letting you go to the woods. They're just railroading you. They don't want you to spend a whole bunch of time here now that the game's getting good. The steel eyesore is missing.
Eyesore!
Looks like the hot dog stand's closed too.
I guess Larry's too busy worrying about Mr. Edgeworth to show up for work.
I was gonna say, though, they're 100% just railroading the fuck out of you.
That old caretaker got away.
Yep.
I never imagined he might be the real murderer.
Who the fuck is that? Oh, I know that clearing of the throat anywhere.
Hello! What might you be doing here? Out for a walk, hmm? Ah, the days of my youth, like the scent of fresh lemon, you see.
Mr. Grosberg, this is no time for idle reminiscing. Mr. Edgeworth's trial ends tomorrow.
Well, that is true, yes. But from what I saw of today's trial, Edgeworth should be fine, right?
Well, I'm not so sure about that.
Well, what do you mean by that?
Well, I'm not sure.
If you find anything out, come by my office at once. I may be able to offer you some assistance.
Thanks. Bye.
What do you think Mr. Grosberg was doing here anyway?
Who knows?
Nobody's home.
Hello, Squawk.
Hey, it's Polly. I wonder where your owner's gone, Polly.
Hello, Squawk.
I can't believe he'd run off and leave his poor parrot to fend for herself.
Hello, Squawk.
What I need to do is open the safe.
That reminds me, Nick. Polly here knows the number to the safe, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Polly, what's the number to the safe?
1228, Squawk.
Let's open it, Nick. Come on.
I'm sure there isn't any money in there.
Aw, but hey, he keeps it locked, right? So there must be something of value in there.
I'm not so sure.
Okay, Nick, let's see what's in there.
Guess there might be a clue or two. The only thing in here is a letter.
A letter? Aw, boring.
There's no name or signature on this thing. It's handwritten in very precise, clear letters. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth.
Edgeworth? Nick, why would Mr. Edgeworth's name be on there?
How should I know? I'm gonna read the whole thing.
Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth.
It also says,
This is your last chance. Now is the time to get revenge on the two men who ruined your life.
the rest of the letter goes on to describe the murder plot in detail, how to kill Robert Hammond and frame Edgeworth. Calling Edgeworth out to the lake, getting on the boat, firing twice. It's exactly what I figured out today in court. It's all here in perfect detail.
What do you think it means, Nick?
I don't know, but it looks like there are instructions for that caretaker. When he killed Robert Hammond and called out Edgeworth, he was following instructions.
But who could have written the letter? And what does it mean to get revenge on Miles Edgeworth?
Look, I don't know, okay? But one thing's for certain. This letter's an amazing clue. Okay, wait. So if... Hold on. Hold on. I want you to know my dad is cooking something right now and it smells delicious, bro. Bro's cooking onions. That shit smells so good. Like garlic and shit. Bro, I'm hungry as fuck. I just ate 2 bowls of Honey Nut Cheerios. Like an hour ago. I need some real food before I fucking die, though. I feel like I should go to...
One day left, Nick.
Yeah, I know.
Well, no time to waste. Let's get going.
I want to go to Grossberg. Billy Bro can help. He's out again.
When does he work, anyway?
Now, don't be harsh. You look grim, as always.
Mr. Edgeworth, I heard the story about the class trial.
Class trial? What do you mean?
You don't remember?
No, I don't.
Your lunch money was stolen, wasn't it, in 3rd grade?
Lunch money? Oh, right. I seem to remember something like that.
Dick, I think you're the only one who really remembers.
It probably only really mattered to me anyways.
Mr. Edgeworth, didn't you know? That trial was the reason Nick became a defense attorney.
Ridiculous.
Gee, thanks.
That's sad. It does sound like the kind of thing you do. You haven't changed a bit, have you, right? So simple. To a fault, even.
Well, maybe. Yeah, but... I think you changed too much, Edgeworth.
Perhaps.
Hey, Edgeworth. Why'd you become a prosecutor, anyway? You used to look up to your dad. You said you wanted to be a defense attorney, right?
I couldn't let myself deny reality like you.
What do you mean?
My father was taken from me, and you want me to defend criminals? I'm sorry, right, but I'm not that good of a person.
One suspect was apprehended in your father's murder, right?
Yes, the man trapped in the elevator with my father. His name was Yanni Yogi. He had to be the shooter, any way you look at it. Yet he was found innocent. The defense attorney let him off the hook.
That would be Robert Hammond.
On that day, 15 years ago, the 3 of us were trapped in that elevator for 5 hours. We were rescued. We all suffered oxygen deprivation. I had lost all memory of the murder.
Lost your memory?
Even now, I can't recall what happened in that elevator. That was the crux of Yogi's attorney's argument in court. He claimed Yanni Yogi had not been of sound mind due to the oxygen deprivation. Yogi was released due to a lack of evidence, innocent. That's when I changed my mind. I started to hate defense attorneys.
What's your relationship with Von Karma?
He's my teacher and a man who deserves respect. I learned everything I know of courtroom techniques from him.
So he's like my sister was to you, Nick.
He's a perfectionist in all things. In court, in his personal life, he's obsessed with doing everything perfectly.
Perfectly, huh?
In all the cases he's taken on, none were left unsolved. And not one suspect was declared innocent, ever.
But that's...
I know. It's possible some of the suspects were indeed innocent. However, it's impossible for us to accurately determine that in every case. All Von Karma does in his job to find the suspect guilty perfectly. In any case, it's impossible to find a weakness in him. Should a weakness appear, he would do everything in his power to make it go away.
Edgeworth? If what you're saying is true, you're headed for a guilty sentence tomorrow.
He's right. No time to praise the enemy, Mr. Edgeworth.
It's a strange situation in which I find myself, I'll admit.
No kidding. I kind of want to show him this. Edgeworth, see this letter? This came out of the safe in the shack where that boat rental caretaker lives.
I see. Revenge on me?
Who is that old guy anyway?
I don't know.
Could he be an innocent defendant you got declared guilty or something?
Nice, right? But I don't remember that old man, not at all.
So he was following this letter then.
Which means there's someone else behind it. Now's the time to get revenge on the 2 men who ruined your life. 2 men? Meaning myself and Robert Hammond?
It also says this is your last chance.
Last chance. Wait, maybe he's talking about the statute of limitations on the DL6 incident.
Wait, that old man.
Well, what is it? Do you know who he is?
Yogi. Could he be Yogi?
Yogi?
The suspect in the DL6 incident. The one who was found innocent. Yanni Yogi was a court bailiff at the time. We just happened to be in the elevator together 15 years ago.
Dog, this shit's getting crazy. Shit's getting real. They're like really just lore dumping on us.
The quake was incredibly strong. Before I knew it, everything was dark. We were there for so long, it felt like forever. The air thinned and the darkness closed in on us in that little box. We became unsettled.
Help! I can't breathe!
Quiet. I said quiet. You're not making this any easier.
I want to get out! Help! Help! Get us out!
Don't shout! You'll just use up more oxygen. That's all I remember. When I came to, I was in a hospital bed, staring up at the ceiling. In court, Yanni Yogi's mental condition was called into question. They claimed the oxygen deprivation and stress had caused temporary insanity. In the end, the claim passed the court and Yogi was found innocent.
Huh. But isn't that strange? This letter tells him to get revenge on Edgeworth. Why would he want to take revenge on you?
Right. Yeah? There's something that's been troubling me these last few days. I didn't know whether or not I should tell you.
You mean the nightmare?
I think this time has come to tell all. For the last 15 years, I've had the same dream almost every night. I wake up in a fearful sweat every time.
What kind of dream?
It's a dream about my father's killing, in the dark.
That was really dark as shit too, yeah.
Help! I can't breathe.
Quiet, I said quiet. You're not making this any easier.
I want to get out. Help! Get us out!
Don't shout, you'll just use up more oxygen.
I can't breathe. You're using up my air.
What?
Stop breathing my air. I'll stop you.
What? What are you?
Stop breathing my air. No, Father. He's attacking Father.
Then I see the pistol lying by my feet. I don't know if it was evidence from that day in court or the bailiffs. In a daze, I pick up the pistol.
Get away. Get away from my father.
Bang!
And with that scream, I wake. It's a bone-chilling scream. A scream that's rung in my ears for the past 15 years.
But that's just a dream, right? Right?
That thought's the only thing that's kept me sane for the last 15 years. But what if I'm wrong? What if it's real? They say that sometimes people shut out memories in self-defense. Maybe it was I who killed my father.
What?
If you think about it that way, this letter makes sense. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Think about it. Yogi was really innocent. That's why he wanted revenge against me.
Wait, Edgeworth, you mean...
It was me. I was the true criminal of DL6. I shot my father.
This is bad.
What are we going to do, Nick? What can we do?
I don't know, man. That guy in the background is pretending like he's hearing none of this, bro. He wants nothing to do with it. I don't know. I don't think there's anything we can do, like it or not. There's someone else who knows a lot about DL6 incident, maybe.
There is, Nick. There's someone else who knows about DL6.
And that man is Grossberg Law Office's owner, Mr. Grossberg.
Ah, hello there. What's wrong? You look troubled.
No kidding. I can't believe you're not.
Oh, my. Just calm down and tell me what's happened. Hmm?
It's Mr. Edgeworth.
I see. So Edgeworth dreamt he shot his own father.
It's only a dream, only a dream.
I wonder.
What?
If that's the case, then why do you two look so troubled? Hmm?
Well,
Also, consider this. Yogi quite certainly holds a deep grudge against Miles Edgeworth. So deep he'd want to frame him for murder. This leads me to surmise that Mr. Edgeworth's dream was not a dream. It was real. As you imagined. Miles Edgeworth threw the pistol to save his father. The pistol fired and the deed was done.
no, I don't believe it.
Yogi was suspected of murder and his career as a bailiff was irrevocably wrecked. Thus, he sought revenge on Miles Edgeworth. This was his last chance, of course, with the statute of limitations so close.
Huh. Interesting. I tell you what, in episode 20, we'll explore this more. You know what I mean? We're gonna try and figure this out, get to the bottom of it, but for now, I'm gonna let this marinate. I will see you guys in the next episode, episode 20. Bye-bye!